Hello folks, thanks for stopping by. Today, we're going to talk about the importance of learning how to read. Yes, you heard me. You need to learn how to read the reaction between the dice and the table. You need to be able to read so you can adjust for implosion, explosion, single pitch, double pitch, or off axis. With consistent practice, you'll be able to know what set you use to achieve the number you desire. But without learning how to read, you can't adjust for the implosion, explosion, single pitch, or double pitch. So it's very important. Besides learning your SOR for each set, which is your 7-out ratio, you need to learn how to read. Now, let's talk about my table setup. The height is 28 inches high. The railing is 11 inches. The table is 8 feet by 4 feet. I shoot from stick right 1 or stick right 2. That is my go-to position. My goal is to roll 60 rolls consistently every time I pick up the dice without a 7. It's not about hitting the points. It's about how long you can control the dice. The longer you can control the dice, the more money you'll make. Because let's face it, you can't rely on other people to make money for you. You have to have the ability to make money for yourself. Now, every time I practice, I set a goal for myself. The first month, I set it for 6. I could roll 6 consistently without a 7 at the end of the month. And once that goal is reached, for the next month, I set it to a 12 and keep doing the same thing. And then at the third month, it'll be 18 and so on, so forth, until I achieve my goal of 60 roll without a 7 consistently. And then once I've been able to achieve the goal and be fluid at reading the dice reaction with the table, then I will hit the casino. So the table I'm using is set up for a bouncy table. The days of finding a hard table surface is far and few in between. So I set the table up with chips in the position of other player. I'm trying to simulate real world environment as close as possible. So that way I can react, know where my safety zone is, and how to read the dice. The goal is to achieve consistency and be able to read fluently. And then we'll get together and start taking down the house. Let's say there's 8 of us and we can roll 60 consistently every time each one of us picks up the dice. We become unstoppable force. So hopefully this will give you some clue and tips and a goal and the reason why I practice. Now, my go-to set is a 4-2-2-4, which I'm shooting for is a 6 and 8. So if I single pitch, I get an 8. If I double pitch, I get a 9. Okay? If I explode, I get a 5. If I implode, I get a 10. If I implode on both, I get a 12. If I explode, I get a 2. Okay? If I explode and implode, then I get a 7. Okay? If I drift, I get a 7. If I drift, I get a 7. If I single pitch, I get a 6. If I double pitch, I get an 8. If I explode and single pitch, I get a 3. If I double pitch, I get a 4. So the 4-2-2-4 is a set of the kissing set because the numbers face each other. They're the same like a mirror. This is one of my go-to sets. It helped me to learn to read the table. So I hope this helped you out. If you have any questions, leave a comment and we'll get together and stop taking down the house. Good luck. Keep on practicing and build your bankroll.